So let's start by talking about Saturday. It was breathless just listening to the game. What was it like to play in a roller coaster of a match 3-3?
Well, obviously in games when you go behind early, your mentality is obviously to get back in it. And we got the equaliser just before half time, and then we went behind again, and I thought we showed good character to then go 3-2 up. But it was a shame that we conceded in the last minute not to get all 3 points. But I think we'll take the 1 point, and yeah, like you said, it was a roller coaster of emotions throughout the game. So yeah, they're the games you want to be involved in, but on the other end of it, it's getting 3 points. So yeah.
Is it how far City have come that it felt like a defeat on Saturday, and yet you go to a tough place like Blackpool and you earned a hard-earned point?
Yeah, I think after the game we said that last year we probably would have lost that game considering where we were. But this year our mentality's changed, our character's very good, so I think we've done very well to go 3-2 up, and on another day we walk away with 3 points, and it's just a shame that we got one in the end, but like I said, we'll take that and we'll go on.
And was that a typical Tommy Conway goal on Saturday?
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Always in the box, getting across the front post, just trying to cause carnage in there and try and get myself on the end of things. So yeah, I'd say that's what I'm like in the box.
How would you describe the month of August for you personally?
Mental, to be honest. Obviously coming against Coventry and scored my 2 goals, and then haven't really looked back since. Every game I've just tried to have a mentality of I'll try and contribute to the team, whether that be a good performance, a goal, an assist, just try and have an impact, and I feel like I've done that in every game I've played. So I just want to keep doing that now, and hopefully I can stay in the 11 for as long as possible. You're
a very humble and confident young man. Has it surprised you how well your start to the season personally has gone?
I wouldn't say surprised, because I've always had the confidence in myself that when I get the chance, I'm ready to take it. So I just had to wait patiently. Last year I had to be patient. This year, first 2 games, when I got my chance, I knew I had to take it. So I wouldn't say I'm surprised. Like I said, it's just more of being confident in myself and backing my ability. So yeah.
We spoke to you after Luton. It meant a lot for you to get your first Ashton Gate goal. How special was Cardiff?
Yeah, that was a different feeling. Obviously, the big derby, I always watched those as I was growing up, so it just felt like a different sound in the stadium as well when I scored, and a different feeling that I felt. So yeah, I can't really put it into words, but that was probably my favourite one out of all of them so far.
Because we spoke to Curtis Fleming after the game, and he says that this is just the start. You've got to keep your feet on the ground and keep doing it week in, week out. Are there people at the club keeping your feet on the ground, or is that something you and your family do yourselves?
Yeah, I think everyone around me, that they're supporting me along the way, keeping me grounded for sure. Like whether that's my family and they're saying keep working hard, or whether it's the lads bantering me off a bit, keeping my feet on the ground. So yeah, I think everyone wants the best for me, which is really nice to have those people around me. And myself, I know myself that I can't get too ahead of myself, because if I do, then it could lead to me performing badly. So I just want to keep my feet on the ground and keep performing well for the team.
Because now Antoine's back as well, the competition up front is intense, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we need. If we're going to do well this year, we need competition in everywhere along the pitch. So to have that up top, it's going to make me be on my A game all the time. And if I'm not, then we've got a good replacement in Antoine. So I think it's good to have those options at the top of the pitch and everywhere else. So yeah, competition for places is really good.
Do you feel at home now in the first team?
Yeah, I feel like last year really like I was training every day, getting used to all the boys, getting to know them, and obviously now I've started a couple games and I'm feeling at home on the pitch and off it. Just want to keep that up really and keep doing well, and obviously perform week in, week out for the fans and myself and my family. So that's really all I want to do.
What are your targets this season? Are you someone who sets a goal target? I'm not expecting you to share it with me, but do you have in your head how many goals you'd like to score this season?
I mean, after the start I've had, yeah, I've got an idea in my head what I'd like to go for. But if you were saying at the start of the season, my aim was to just get into the team as quick as possible. But like in football, things change a lot, and this past couple of weeks have been mental, like I said. So now I've set myself a couple targets which I wanna try and achieve.
And you've just got a big smile on your face. You're clearly enjoying life at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dream for me at 20 to be playing first team football professionally. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be happy. I'm a professional footballer. I'm playing. I'm doing well. So I just need to make sure I keep doing that.
And just finally, tell me about your relationship with Alex Scott on and off the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, he's like a brother to me. I've known him. We've lived together for nearly 2 years now. So I see him every day. We live together. We cook together. Literally everything like that. We're always doing together. So I haven't got a bad word to say about him. We'll just have a laugh or off the pitch when we get home. So yeah, I was thankful for him to get the assist the other day, and we had a bit of banter when we got home, saying it's about time he set me up. So yeah.
So you haven't got a bad word to say about him, even about the football team he supports?
Nah, I can't enjoy it, because when that game comes round, it makes it even more special that I've got someone to hopefully have off if we win. So yeah.
Because I imagine your relationship's even stronger, because last year all these nice things being said about Alex, and you'd have heard that and been very pleased for him, but now it's equal, isn't it? The things are being said about you that were being said about him last year.
Yeah, I mean, we know when each other's doing well, but we're not ones to be speaking about it off the pitch. It's more like we're taking our minds off it when we're away from here. We'll be speaking about football when we're here, obviously, but when we're at home, it's not really like that. We'll watch football, but we won't necessarily speak about each other's games. But yeah, we enjoy each other's company for sure.
Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Obviously, the goals have been the headline aspect of the game, your appearances so far. But what else within the game has pleased you the most? Perhaps that fans might not notice. Is there specific sort of aspects you brought to the pitch that you've been pleased about yourself?
Probably the energy. I've really enjoyed just working hard for the team and trying to be a nuisance up top. I think I've really enjoyed that aspect of playing since I've come into the team. So that's all I want to keep on doing, really, is being a pest up top, keep working hard, don't let defenders have any time on the ball and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd say that.
As a kind of a younger guy then, is that because you're up against some quite experienced championship players who have hundreds of appearances on their belt, do you kind of feel the need to assert yourself in that way, to almost go beyond in terms of making them know your presence?
Yeah, almost, but I feel like that's just my game, and the gaffer always says do what you do best, and that's all I'm trying to do. I think the last thing a defender wants is someone after you for 90 minutes or however long you play, always onto you. So I just try and impose my game on defenders, and it seems to be working at the moment.
Have you always been a striker? Throughout youth football, you've always been a striker?
Yeah, literally ever since I started playing football, I was always playing up front and just scoring goals since a young boy. So yeah, I've always been a striker.
And is it the scoring goals that's the best part of being a striker? What have you taken them out of football the most?
Yeah, for me, there's no better feeling than scoring goals and winning and helping the team win games. Especially as I've got older and the environment I'm in now, the main thing is for 3 points, and if I can contribute by scoring, there's no better feeling than that. And ever since a young boy, I've always loved sticking the ball in the net, so for me, it doesn't get better than that.
What you talk about the sort of Arsenal loyalties, who were your big sort of touchstones when you were going through football as a teenager? Did you look up to and want to sort of emulate to a point?
So obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, but I've said it before, it kind of contradicts the fact that I support Arsenal, but I've always liked watching Harry Kane and how he plays. Obviously he's plays for England as well, so I've always watched him, and when he's playing for Tottenham in the Champions League or in the Prem, I always try and watch him specifically and see what sort of things he does. And I mean, he's a finisher, and I always try and see what techniques he's using or whatever. So yeah, I enjoy watching him, but obviously when I was growing up, I probably had Van Persie and Giroud and strikers like that at Arsenal who are different to me, but obviously always liked watching them as well.
You say they're different to you. Sorry to ask a stupid question, but in what way? How do you kind of differentiate yourself from them in terms of style?
I feel like Giroud's more of a target man, more uses his body, and Van Persie was more of a come to feed more. I like to see myself as I can stretch the play, energy in around and press from the front, and then always in the box. If a chance falls, I back myself to put it away.
And I know you're only 20, and but what do you want to add to your game? What would you like to do more of on the pitch?
I don't think anything's perfect in anyone's game, so literally keep working on every aspect of my game, and hopefully that will take me to another level, and hopefully I can keep scoring more goals and providing more assists for the team. So I think I can work on everything in my game.
Because you said about 2 targets, I assume one's a goal target, one's an assist target. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
And how do you kind of, because you say you're a finisher, but that's quite interesting that you want to be a finisher and a creator as well. How do you kind of develop that side of your game?
Well, I mean, that's just me. I'm a team player. I'm not one to just be going for goal. I think, well, the goal against Wickham when I set Antoine up, I think that shows you that I'm doing what's best for the team. So I'd never be one to be selfish or take something on myself. If someone's in a better opportunity to score, then I'm always gonna set them in, because ultimately I need what's best for the team, and that could be the difference to 0 points, 1 point, or 3 points on the day of the game.
It's interesting you bring that. I was about to say that goal, but was there any moment in that where you were thinking of taking it on your own?
No, literally when I picked the ball up, when I saw Antoine, I knew I was gonna square it. It was just about getting the timing right when the goalie and the defender were there, so he had the best chance of scoring.
Because you would get some strikers who would say should have taken that. So it's an interesting kind of sort of dynamic to how you play the game.
Yeah, that would just be their personal preference, but for me, I'm more of what does the team need, and the gaffers all for that. Do what's best for the team at all costs. So for me, I didn't have no doubts what I was going to do in that situation.
We spoke about Anton coming back and how sort of interchangeable the front line is at the moment. You've mainly played with Naki, obviously under 23s and at senior. Have you played much with Anton, like from the start of games?
No, but we have a relationship off the pitch where we know that we'll do best for each other when we're on the pitch. So in training, when we play together, we like linking up as well. So, but I mean, whoever I'm up there with, I'm happy to be playing with, as long as we work together and we're working hard and doing what's best for the team. I think any partnership in football will work if you've got all those things. So yeah, it doesn't matter who I'm playing with, Naki, Antoine, Chris, Andy, anyone. I think as long as you're working together, then you'll make a partnership work.
And obviously you're close to Alex in the squad. Is there any of the senior players you have a sort of strong relationship with?
Yeah, there's a lot.
Perhaps a surprise sort of big in terms of your friendship.
Yeah, a lot of them. I mean, last year when I wasn't really in the team, I spent a lot of time with Naki, like I've said before. This year, really close with Andy King. Andy Vineman's another one, but I'd probably say Andy King's one I can always go to literally about anything, whether that's on the pitch, off the pitch. Like I could go to him and speak to him about anything, like a big brother almost for me in this environment. So yeah, I'd say he's one that I've really got close with and enjoy spending time with him for sure.
Because did he say he felt like a proud dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the Luton game.
After the Luton goal, yeah. So I assume a lot of the young players are in that position in terms of going to Andy. That's the sort of the role he plays. Because obviously the fans won't see that, what he brings to the building.
Yeah, I mean it's not even just Andy. You got all the more experienced lads. Matty James is fantastic. Cal Naismith, even though he's new, he's so good with the young lads. Bents. I could go on, literally everyone. It's just, for me, Kingy, me and him just have a bond and we just get on really well, but that doesn't go to show. It's just Kingy is everyone in the squad, and I feel like the togetherness this year is much better than what it was last year, and I've said that before, and I think that's really helped us on the pitch as well, like you saw at the weekend, and like I've said, I feel like last year we would have lost that game, but I feel like we're more close as a squad now, and our character's very, very good, so that's what I think helped us get back in the game at the weekend. And it's what happens off the pitch that helps you on it. And for me, like I've said, I think that's really going to help us in the long run. How's
it changed then for this season? Has it just been a natural evolution, or has there been some certain things that maybe you've done as a team? I know Dan Bentley's spoken about sort of getting everyone together off the pitch. Has there been any of that that's helped, or has it just been a natural progression in the squad?
I feel like it's a bit of both. Just natural progression, like everyone's had a year to get to know one another. we'd go for team meals. We'd be hanging around here. Not very many players get off early unless they have to, unless it's urgent. So we'd be hanging around here speaking all the time. So I just feel like it's more of a natural progression from last year, and I feel like we're in a really good place.
One of the team meals is a tradition. I don't know if you know, in American sports, where the rookies always have to buy a dinner. For the senior players, you haven't had to do that at all, have you?
No, normally it's there's an app on our phones where you put your finger on. So say if there's 5 of us, you put a finger, and it will randomly pick. And then if you lose, you obviously pay for the meal. So that's how we settle our meals.
Okay, and have you?
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end a couple of times, which obviously isn't nice, but obviously when you don't have to pay, it's a bonus as well. So that's all part of it.